Okay, so welcome back. So today, as you all know, we are doing trial questions, right, for functions. So this is the time for you to aplikasikan pengetahuan kamu dalam pembezaan. So kamu boleh lihat lah. So sekarang kita akan buat soalan percubaan negeri, trial questions for differentiation. So I collected for you all lah. So let's see. We got some more people. Okay, so we see first, okay, so we are going to do differentiation. So real SPM question also, bukan trial saja. Ada SPM soalan sebenar juga. So saya telah susun semua soalan ni ikut aras dari senang ke susah. So ya, kita mula senang dulu, okay. So ada 5 soalan. So yang soalan senang ni saya expect kalau basic kamu, if your basics are good at differentiation, you can answer very fast. So yeah. For the harder question, I'll take longer time, even the moderate question, because the working jalan kerja dia lebih panjang, okay? Okay, so SPM paper 1. Okay, so let's read the question together. So, okay, it is given that the equation of the curve is this one. Okay, so this is the equation of the curve. So first of all, now that I want to ask you a question, gradient function, apa yang akan kamu tulis kalau nampak perkataan fungsi kecerunan? What is the expression that you will write in your exam? Straight away when they tell this question, what will you write? When you see the word gradient function appear. It's not very common in trials. Very good, Abhishek, dy over dx. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Correct. So yeah. So you're supposed to find dy over dx. So can anyone differentiate this equation quickly and tell me what will be your answer? This one is your basics. Yes, Rishti. Since the keyword gradient function. Gradient is tangent, something like tangent. 1 plus 4x. Let me check. Plus or minus? Check carefully. And you have a power also, remember, on top here, negative 2. Don't make careless mistake there while differentiating. Your equation is x plus 2x minus 2. So what will you get after you differentiate? 1 minus 4x. What's the power of x? Apa kuasa bagi x? Don't forget that one, because you must tolak 1 here, you know. So if you tolak 1, what will you get at your power? Yes, correct. Yeah, minus 4 power 3 lah. I think that one typo, because in the x you're hilang already. X hilang. Never mind. So okay, so this is how we solve, okay? So y equals x plus 2x minus 2. So actually from here, you can straight away go here. Kamu boleh pergi terus kat langkah ni dah untuk pembezaan. Because the mark, you can see only 1 mark, right? So satu markah tu, they will only give for your correct answer. No need working actually. So that's why you only need satu jawapan saja untuk soalan ni. So if you can show this, kamu boleh dapat dah satu markah itu. So we go to the next question. So this one 3 marks, so getting harder slightly, but still under the aras yang mudah. So soalan kata, a straight line touches the curve at point P. Lengkuk tu menyentuh titik P dan straight line is perpendicular. Okay. Siapa-siapa boleh bagi tahu, ingatkan saya balik formula bagi berseranjang. Kamu belajar masa coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry in Form 4 Chapter 7. What's the formula that hits your mind? Yes, very good, Shesti. M1 times M2 is negative 1. So this is perpendicular. What the meaning of perpendicular? This formula will come out. So can anyone tell me what is the gradient for the straight line? If they say straight line is perpendicular, wait first. What is this gradient? Apa kecerunan persamaan ni dulu? Boleh cari tak yang ni? Y plus 2x equals 0. What is the gradient? Let me scroll down. Apa kecerunan for this? What's the gradient for this equation over here? Anyone got idea? What's the gradient for this? Value of the gradient. Apa nilai gradient dia? Kecerunan. be careful. The 2 is on this side of the equation. Remember, when you do gradient, you must do this way, in this format. Y equals mx plus c. So you can see persamaan ini bukan dalam bentuk y equals mx plus c. So can you tell what's your new gradient now? Anyone? Is it positive or negative? Yes, correct, Sresti. Negative 2. Because you're going to shift, kamu akan pindah 2x ini ke sebelah kanan persamaan. You will shift it to the other side. Yes, very good, Abhishek. So it's negative 2. So don't make careless mistake there. So now, as Sresti said, m1 times m2 is negative 1. So can you tell me now, this straight line over here, they said straight line is perpendicular, right? So can you tell me what is the gradient of this straight line now, if both of it are perpendicular? One over 2. Yes, very good, Sresti, correct. So yeah, quick maths. So every time when you see two opposite, the negative sign will hapuskan, tak ada negatif, dan dua tu akan jadi fungsi songsang, 1/2. So that's how you get 1 over 2 as your gradient. Good, yeah. So that's your thought process. Itu aliran idea yang kena ada dalam fikiran kamu bila solve soalan macam ni. So it's a lot of steps. Okay, so after this now, they want you to find coordinate P. So, okay, so just now you got your dy over dx is negative 2 already, right? Because your gradient also is negative 2. So, can anyone tell what will be your coordinate P now? So, okay, first question. Your dy dx you already found here, right? On top here, gradient function. You already got your answer 1 minus 4 over x cubed, right? Kamu dah dapat jawapan ni. So you can actually equalize it to negative, I hope not negative, 1 over 2, the answer now. So can you find your x now? Siapa-siapa boleh cari nilai x. Sebab tadi yang ni dy over dx kan untuk A. Yang ni untuk jawapan A. Dan this one you got from perpendicular. So that's why I can make it equal to each other. Saya boleh samakan kedua-dua ni. So can anyone find your x value from the equation? And from there, you can find your y value. So first, you tell the x value. I want to see first. Now it's your time to work quickly. Push yourself to work fast. If anyone couldn't copy down, this is the equation. So try to find your x value from here. Yang lain juga cuba, okay? Jangan bagi satu orang saja solve. There's more people than one only here. Don't be shy also to share your answer. It's okay. Wrong also doesn't matter as long you learn. Salah tak apa pun. I just want to see, saya nak tahu basic algebra kamu strong ke tak untuk solve equation ni. If anyone got answer, you can type what will be your x value. Apa nilai x kamu kat sini? Two. Wait, let me see. Yes, very good, Abhishek. Correct. No need to put question mark. It's correct. Don't be not confident. So believe in yourself. X equals 2. So now I want to ask everyone, macam mana kamu nak cari y sekarang? Sebab coordinate mesti dalam bentuk xy kan? So you have your x value is 2 now, right? So what will be your y? How are you going to find your y now? If you have x equals to 2, what is your step? Yes, very good, Abhishek. Put it back inside the equation on the top. That's why they give you this equation here. That's why everything in the soalan semua info kena guna. Ada kegunaan dia bagi equation yang ni. Okay, so very good. You already answered. So your coordinate, so what's your y value first? I want to see whether you can get or not. If you get your y value means you already answered the question. Yang ni boleh tekan calculator saja, tak perlu working pun, no need working. Just sub the x equals 2 into this equation on top here. If you cannot see the equation, I try to delete the top. Anyone got your y value can share. Huh? Come on, y value, what is it? Ada susul cuba, jangan bagi orang sama saja. Yes, very good, Abhishek. No one want to help you, pity you. Correct. 5/2. So yeah, this is how you solve. This is the whole question. So, oh, got some more coming. Hi, Jitan. So now we're actually solving a question, okay? So you can catch up from here, okay? So first of all, this is the question, right? So we have the straight line, right? So kamu kena cari kecerunan garis ini. So macam saya kata, kena dalam bentuk y equals mx plus c. Must be in the form of y equals mx plus c. So you get your gradient -2. Then you know perpendicular theory, what does it tell you? You will be m1 times m2 is -1. So that's why your m2 is half. You can calculate by yourself that one. So you then know that dy over dx is half, right? So you can actually make the equation in A, this one you got from A, 1 minus 4 over x cubed equals to the half here. So you can get your x value at the end here. You must cross multiply over here, this part. You cross multiply, you will get x equals 2. And when you get x equals 2, you sub back the x equals 2, kamu gantikan balik dalam persamaan di atas ni. So kamu akan dapat y equals 5/2. So jangan lupa, jangan stop kat sini. Some people, mereka lupa ingat dah solve seluruh question, but read back the question what they ask. They ask, find coordinates, and coordinates must be in bracket form like this. So that's why kamu kena buat satu kesimpulan macam ni. 2, 5/2. So everyone understand the first question? If don't understand the explanation, wow, Abhishek understand, and good. Others? Very good. Okay, so next we go to the second easy question. Okay, so this one is Johor Trials 2022. So you can read the question first, and then from here, I'm going to ask you what can you interpret from the question itself, like these values. Okay, so you read first, and then I will ask you. Okay, so everyone done reading? Sometimes in NMATS, you need to train to be a fast reader. So, because you don't have time, kamu tak ada banyak masa. So, bacaan kamu kena cepat, macam bacaan pintas, kita panggil. Okay, so everyone finish? Can comment if you finish reading already. I'll ask you question from here. Done. Okay, good. So, first question. Okay, so can you tell me V equals 1/3h cube plus 8h? What can you do to that? Apa yang kamu boleh buat kat persamaan itu? What can you modify? Yes, very good, Abhishek. dV over dH. Always is like that in this chapter. Anytime you see an equation with two variables, you're going to do a differentiation process. Pembezaan peringkat pertama, first derivative, dV over dH. Okay, so can anyone tell 10 cm cube per second, what is the symbol you will give? That's the most important thing. Ini benda yang paling penting. Kamu kena ada suatu ungkapan untuk mula dulu. dV over dt. Yes, very good, Shresti, correct. Okay, so now the question comes. Some more coming. Okay, so now the question asks rate of change of height. So can anyone tell what is the expression I will use? Apa ungkapan dia to represent rate of change of height of water? dH over dt. Very good, Abhishek. So always remember, bila mereka ada perkataan kada itu maksud bahagi masa. That's why it's dt. Everything about rate means is per second. Bahagi dengan masa. Okay? So now we can start already. Okay, so first of all, can anyone tell to find dH over dt, what is the expression we will use? What times what? Can you type out? Apa yang ungkapan yang kamu akan buat untuk menggambarkan dH over dt? This one we call it as chain rule. If you know that, then I can already show that the question already, because you know all the steps already. dH over dV times dV over dt. Yes, very good, Srishti. It's equivalent, correct. So yeah, so first of all, you have this equation, right? So you're going to do differentiation, pembezaan peringkat pertama. So wait, this one I senaraikan dulu lah info yang ni juga. So every time when you get this kind of questions, differentiation that talks about rate of change subtopic, kamu kena senaraikan semua info dalam soalan dulu macam ni. So saya pun bagi kat saya soalan dH over dt equals question mark. So that is what I want to find. Itu matlamat kita dalam soalan ini. Dan juga ada info H equals 2 cm. You will know why later on. You have to gantikan nilai itu dalam persamaan. Okay, so dV over dH, you differentiate. So I expect differentiation you all quite good. So I showed the steps quite detailed here. So you can see over here. So power 3 you have to bring to the front, power you minus 1. That's how you do differentiation. Differentiation is times and minus. Integration is plus and divide. So two different things. So don't get confused, okay? So yeah. So you minus 1, and then this one also you need to differentiate. H, if H like this, can anyone tell? The power on top is what? Apa kuasa ke atas? Kalau tulis. Very good, Srishti. Means your index chapter is good. So power 1. So you have to bring power to the front and then minus 1. So that's why you get only 8. And this is H squared. Cos 3 and 3 you cut, you get 2 on top here. Okay, so that's one part. And now, okay, just now you said this one, right? So this is how, yeah. Hey, wait. Just now what was the question? I think correct lah. You said dH over dV times dV over dt. Oh, I think you shift already. Yeah, still the same meaning. You shifted the equation already. So you can still do like this. So you have dV over dt, kamu ada 10 kan? So kamu gantikan 10. Then dV over dH, you gantikan yang ni. And times dH over dt. So now it comes, okay. So you have an unknown here, right? H square. So that's why soalan bagi kat kamu info H sama dengan 2. That's why they have the info for you H is 2. So you need to substitute, gantikan H dengan 2. So kamu akan dapat 12 untuk yang ni. So you can solve and get dH over dt is 5 over 6. Okay. So that's how you solve this question lah. So 4 marks, right? So 4 marks, I'm going to tell you where you get the marks. Hold on. So this is like tips for you to score well lah. Okay. Wait, I change the color. Okay, so first one, when you can differentiate and get this one over here, you get 1 mark. Because you know how to apply differentiation to solve the question. And when you can come out with this equation, means kamu understand, kamu faham chain rule tu macam mana. And then when you can substitute H sama dengan 2, so kamu dapat 1 markah juga. And then the final answer here, 1 mark for your final answer. So, okay. Everyone understand? Okay. So, if I tell you there's something wrong in my answer, can anyone point out what? Kalau saya kata ada satu benda yang salah kat jawapan saya, can anyone tell or not? This is for a reminder for you all. In this chapter, what is missing in my answer? If this one I hear anyone can tell correct means very good lah. You understand this chapter. Yes, Swesti, very good. Unit. So what's the unit? Correct. Very good. Can you tell me what's the unit? cm. Hey, careful, careful. H, height. Height is not cube. Cube itu volume. It represents volume. But per second is correct. I think you got confused. H is height. Now we're finding rate of change of height. So cm per second. Okay. So always remember in the question, remember kena letak unit. Even your answer correct, you might not get full marks because you don't put unit. Just if anyone take physics here, you know this concept, right? Your answer correct, you still, yeah. So your concept is, I mean, if your answer is right, you still won't get marks in physics. Kalau kamu tak tulis unit bagi soalan pengiraan. So that's why this chapter need unit. And definitely other chapters in maths lah. Maths, you cannot run away from unit. Okay. So next. Hey, did I finish this? Yeah, finish already. Next. So now we go KEDAH paper 2. So the pace quite good, I see. Everyone doing quite well. So now we go this question first, part A. So find the equation. Cari persamaan normal bagi lengkung yang ni for this point. Okay, so first step, can anyone tell what you're going to do here? What's the first action kamu akan ambil to find equation of normal? Yes, very good, Abhishek. Dy over dx. So can you tell me what you get for dy over dx? This equation is slightly more complex, so be careful when you differentiate it because it's power 4. Eight, wait, let me check. 8, 12. Yes, very good, Shresti. You didn't forget to times by 2 at the end because when you differentiate, you must also differentiate the content inside the bracket. Jangan lupa bezakan kandungan dalam kurungan tu juga so that it will be equal. Okay, so you got that already. So what's your next step after you find your dy over dx? So dy over dx is tangent, right? So now you have your x value, your coordinate here. So what are you going to do next to this equation? Find the m1. Very good, Abhishek. So how are you going to find the m1? What's your action? M1 is basically your tangent lah. Yeah, correct. Sub your x inside the dy over dx. So you will get, let me see, -1. You will get -1 cube, means you'll get -8 lah in the end. So can anyone tell what's the gradient of your normal? Tangent gradient -8. So normal gradient will be what? Very good, Abhishek. 1/8, correct. So equation. So how are you going to form your equation from here? Macam mana nak bentuk persamaan? So if you have your final answer, you can direct tell also. No need to explain. Because if you can get the answer, means you know what you're doing lah. Yeah, that's one method. I won't say it's wrong. Yeah, but at maths, we usually prefer this method. Updated one. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Have you seen this formula before? Because this one you can directly get the answer. Yes, y equals mx plus c specifically for math students. If you learn maths, you can use this method already because you get answer directly. You don't need to find your c value, then you do again. So that's the advantage. Okay, so I can show you already now how to do. So you have this, so make sure you differentiate correctly. You will get this one, and then you have your coordinate here, right? So you're going to sub x equals 1, kamu gantikan dalam persamaan ini, you will get dy over dx is -8. So that's your m tangent. You can label like mt also. T means tangent, okay? So perpendicular tells you that your normal will be opposite 1/8. So when you get your normal, is that formula given? I'm not sure. I think in coordinate geometry, you learn this formula in your Form 4 Chapter 7. But in the formula sheet wise, I'm not so sure. Let me think. Won't. Correct. If your teacher say won't, then won't lah. Because there's a specific list of formulas only will come out. Like, I think this year is 21 or something. I forgot. I think it's 21 or 24. 24. I think total is 24. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So this is not one of it lah. So you have to memorize it basically. So here you have it. So you solve, you will get this answer. So make sure you sub your -3 and 1, and make sure it's negative bracket -3. So you cannot just put y minus 3 because it's negative here. So don't make that mistake. Other than that, it's just shifting here and there only lah. So make sure you leave your answer in y equals mx plus c, okay? So yeah, that's how you do it. So where are the marks? So marks again, let's see. First mark goes when you can substitute your x equals 1 correctly inside here. So you get your first mark there. Second mark is when you can show this one over here. This formula, you get second mark. And then your third mark is when you can get your final answer correct. So you see now where is the important parts. Part mana yang penting untuk score dalam maths. So okay. So we go to B1 now. Let's see the question. B1 is this. Okay. So again, gradient function I already asked you. So you must know dy over dx equals to this one. Turning point. Can anyone tell what is the assumption you make when they say turning point? It's all right, Srishti. You can go. No worries. Okay, so for the remaining, turning point, what do we call it? What's the assumption we make? Not sure. So, okay, turning point, always remember, you must do this. Let your dy over dx equals to 0. Have you seen this? Pernah tengok tak? Dy over dx equals 0. Yeah, correct. So turning point, you must use this formula always. Because turning point is like this. You have quadratic curve, right? This point is what you call the turning point, the highest point on top there. So turning point, your gradient is 0, right? Because if I draw a tangent line, can you see it's a flat line that touches at one point only? If flat line in maths, you learn gradient is 0, right? Your m. So that's the concept that's happening over there. So can understand that one? Why they make this assumption over here? Yeah, good. Correct. So now we see the this thing. So can you tell me, you differentiate this equation, what is your answer? What is your differentiated equation answer? 3 plus 6 over x cubed. Let me check. Yes, very good, Abhishek. 3 plus 6 over x cubed. So now, okay, so now you're going to make this equation equals to 0, right? Because dy over dx is 0. So your x value, can you find your x value, which is your m value lah, basically, because m is x, what? So can you find your x value from there? Hey, wait. Just now was it 3 plus? It's not x cube, you know, it's over x square. Hey, wait. 3x minus 3x. Yeah, correct. X cube, correct. So what's your answer? If you're not sure, you can tell not sure also. I can show you if you want. I think because your dy over dx you did wrongly. It's supposed to be 3x minus 3 over x squared. Because that is your... Oh, sorry. I asked you one question. Sorry, this is your dy over dx already. I made mistake. Sorry. So this one. This is already your dy over dx. You don't need to differentiate further. No wonder you got over x cube. So yeah, you can directly... I'll show you from here. Sorry, yeah. So this one over here, I got confused already. So you will get x equals to 1 over here. So you know your coordinate is m7, right? So you can conclude that x is m is equal to 1. So you can understand this one. Actually, short working only. I made it complicated for you. Okay. Lucky, I caused a confusion there. Okay, so next part B2. Okay, so can you tell me what is the apa cara kita guna untuk menentukan titik pusingan itu maximum or minimum? How do we determine the turning point is maximum or minimum point? What is the step we will use? Double differentiate, very good. Means pembezaan peringkat yang kedua. So that's how we do it. Got people coming in. So now kita attempt question ni, okay? So this one. So how we determine whether it's a turning point or not? You see here. So you have coordinate 17, right? And just now kamu dah dapat pembezaan peringkat kedua, dy over dx is 3x minus 3x power negative 2. So how you differentiate second time is the same concept only as dy over dx. So kamu akan pindah kuasa ke depan, tolak 1, minus 1. So you will get this one. And from here, kamu boleh pindah x power negative 3 kat bawah jadi bahagi macam ni. So from here, you can get, so you will try and see. You have your x coordinate, right? X equals to 1. Jadi sebelum soalan B kita dah cari x sama dengan 1. So you will get d2y over dx2 is 9. So if you have this value, can you tell me, is this minimum point or maximum point? Kalau d2y over dx2 sama dengan 9. This one is your theory lah. I want to see whether you know your theory or not in this chapter. If d2y over dx2 greater than 0 means it's maximum or minimum? Minimum, let me think. Yeah, correct. Betul. So you can conclude down here that 17 is a minimum point. So that's how you do it. So how you get your marks? Macam mana dapat markah? So this question is 2 marks. So where you get your mark is over here. So when you can show, when you sub x equals to 1 over here, kamu dapat 1 markah. And when you can show that that one is a minimum point over here, you also get 1 more mark untuk yang ni. So that's how you score lah for this one. For the previous question, I didn't show the mark. This one you get 1 mark. When you can show dy over dx is 0. And when you can get m is 1, this is your 1 more mark. So can understand yang ni? Semua boleh faham? This question still sederhana. Good, Abhishek. Okay, so yang baru join, you must catch up a bit lah. I think next question kamu boleh ikut dah dari soalan seterusnya. Okay, so we go next one. Wait, how do I go to the next page? Jump to page. Okay, this one. So now we go Pahang paper. Okay, so Pahang paper 1. So, okay. So, this one also quite easy. So, they have this equation over here. Ada persamaan macam ni. So, can you tell dy over dx, what will you get? Boleh tak bezakan persamaan ini? Dapat apa untuk dy over dx? What's the equation? Six x squared minus 12x. Very good, Abhishek, correct? So yeah, didn't make mistake there. Very good, although it's long. So can you tell what is your dy over dx value when x is 2? So what's the value you will get? Yang lain juga boleh cuba. If x equals to 2, what you get? Negative 18. Very good. Okay, correct. So that's your answer over here. So 2 marks, right? 2 markah. So mana kamu dapat 2 markah tu? If you can differentiate correctly macam ni, you get 1 mark over here. And if you can show your dy over dx sama dengan negative 18, 1 more mark also over here. Okay? So 2 marks for you over here. So next question we see on top, okay? Okay, so hence determine its maximum point. So you have this equation maximum point. What is the assumption you make? Apa anggapan yang kamu buat bila tengok perkataan titik maximum? What was the thing that comes to your mind? Apa yang datang kat fikiran kamu bila cakap titik maximum? Yes, very good, Abhishek. Fast and quick. Dy over dx equals 0. So you have your dy over dx is 6x squared, tolak 12x, tolak 18. So sama dengan kosong. Okay, so what will you do here? Apa kamu akan buat kat sini? What's the step? No need to sub the x already. Now we are doing this one, part B. Just now you already sub the x to get negative 18. Tadi kamu dah gantikan x untuk dapat negative 18. So now apa yang kamu akan buat untuk proceed? Macam mana nak cari nilai x ni? How to find this x value? Quadratic, yes, very good. Means you're going to factorize, simple factorization. So kamu akan dapat x plus 1 x minus 3. So kamu boleh permudahkan equation ini. Divide the whole equation by 6. Sebab 6 merupakan faktor serupa bagi 6, 12 dan 18. 6 is a common factor. So you will get x is negative 1, x is 3. Okay, so now, are you going to accept both x values? This is the question saya nak tanya kat semua. Adakah kamu akan terima dua-dua nilai x ni atau akan tolak satu? Will you reject any of these x values? X is negative 1 and x is 3. Because they only want maximum point, remember. Mereka nak maximum saja, bukan minimum. So which only one? Let me check. Wait. Yes, correct. Means you accept only one. Correct. Very good. Because for x equals to 3, kamu akan dapat d2y over dx2 lebih besar dari kosong. So you will get minimum point. So I've shown here. So kamu boleh tunjuk juga untuk dua-dua value ini. Macam mana case dia. So when you factorize, you get this one, right? X is 3, x is negative 1. So you can buat pembezaan peringkat kedua. Kamu akan dapat yang ni. 12x minus 12. So you can try and see. Kalau x sama dengan 3, kamu akan dapat d2y over dx2 sama dengan 24. Kamu gantikan balik x sama dengan 3. So you can conclude that it's minimum point. So minimum we don't want sebab soalan tanya maximum. So kenal pasti kata kunci. So x negative 1, you sub x negative 1, you get negative 24. So yang ni baru betul sebab lebih kurang dari kosong. So kamu boleh conclude It is maximum point. Okay, so jangan lupa mereka nak cari koordinat maximum point. Bukan buktikan ialah maximum point. Okay. So, kamu boleh gantikan X sama dengan -1 balik dalam persamaan lengkung Y. So, kamu akan dapat 14. So, -114. So, boleh faham? Very good. So, yang lain semua boleh faham? Yang lain semua okey tak? Hello Sugan, you're solving question now, okay? Now we're going to the next question already. Kita pergi soalan yang next. Saya rasa semua ada kira-kira sekarang, that's why kamu tak boleh respond, okay. So we pergi soalan yang next sekarang. So now we go to the last easy question. Soalan senang yang terakhir untuk hari ini. So lepas ni dah jadi lebih susah dah. So boleh cabar diri lah untuk solve. Okay, so this one. Idea hard, idea of limits. Pernah belajar kan pada awal bab, at the early stage of differentiation, you learn this chapter. So can anyone tell, bolehkah saya gantikan 6 terus dalam X ke dalam persamaan ini? Can we sub X directly to here? No. Okay, why no? Yes, very good. You will get 0 at the denominator. Selalu per kosong kamu akan dapat tidak tertakrif, undefined function. We don't want that. Kamu tak mau perkara tu sebab akan jadi infinity. So that's why we don't want. Okay, so what is the step you can do now to untuk mengelakkan situasi ini daripada berlaku? Apa langkah kamu? What's the step you will take? So you need to modify the equation now. Very good, Abhishek. You understand the quadratic part here. So that's why you will do x minus 6 over x plus 6. So you can realize over here that, we go down here. So you can already cut off this x minus 6 because it's the same thing up and down. So you akan dapat 1 over x plus 6. Sekarang kamu boleh gantikan x sama dengan 6. Kamu tak akan dapat kosong dah. So that's how we solve this question. Okay. So 2 marks. So 2 markah tu datang. Tunggu. Okay. Bila kamu buat yang ni, you show this, you get 1 mark. You get your correct answer, kamu dapat 1 markah juga. Okay, so this is how we solve this question. So we go to the next one. So next is this question. Calculate the coordinates for the point on the curve 4x squared minus 12x plus 9 when gradient, okay. Again comes this word, gradient of tangent. Maksudnya kamu perlu faham dy over dx sama dengan 4. Okay, so can you differentiate? Boleh tak kamu bezakan equation ni, kamu dapat apa? Boleh tulis. I want to practice your differentiation skill. Nak kamu practice 8x minus 12. Yes, very good, very fast and accurate also. So what will be your x value? This is your equation now. What is your x value for this equation? Very good, x is 2. So when you get x is 2, apa langkah yang kamu akan ambil untuk dapat koordinat? Sub in y, very good. So you will get, I help you for this one because you answer well. So y is 1, so that's your answer. So that one you can press calculator and get. Okay, so B, you know the curve is this equation, right? So kamu kena buat pembezaan peringkat pertama untuk dapat yang ni. Dan soalan juga bagi tahu kecerunan gradient sama dengan 4, so kita boleh samakan kedua-dua maklumat ini. So kamu solve, kamu akan dapat x sama dengan 2, macam Abhishek kata. Okay, wait. So when you get x equals 2, kamu boleh gantikan balik dalam persamaan. So bila kamu gantikan balik, kamu akan dapat y sama dengan 1. So jangan lupa step ni ya. Jangan tinggal kat sini saja y sama dengan 1. Kena tulis dalam koordinat. Macam soalan kata. So 3 mark. So first mark, when you can show this step, you get 1 mark. When you can substitute, bila kamu gantikan x sama dengan 2 balik, kamu dapat 1 markah juga. Sorry ya. Can automatically like this. So when you show that, you get 1 more mark, and your final answer also 1 more mark. So we have completed all the easy questions already. Kita dah habis semua soalan senang. So can understand? Now we go soalan sederhana pula. Kalau semua okay, boleh cakap okay juga kat sini. So that I know you're still here with me. Yang lain yang tak respon lagi. Okay. Okay, good. So now I pergi soalan sederhana pula. Okay, let's see ya. Okay, so now we go to moderate questions. So moderate questions, I have 3 questions for you, okay? 3 soalan saja. So lebih panjang lah soalan ni. Okay, so first question is your SPM paper 2 2021. So kita pergi soalan SPM sebenar pada tahun 2021. This is your chance to solve lah the question. Okay, so first of all, wait, I enlarge this for you. Okay, so you see, diagram 4 shows a trapezium, PQRST, QS parallel dengan PT, selari. What's that sign? Oh, so scratching your head already. Not that hard yet, lah, Abhishek. The hard one still yet to come, don't worry. So moderate on this, just because the question is more long, that's all. Okay, so area of PQST. So PQST is rectangle, I rasa. Dia adalah segi 4 tepat. So can you tell area? Simple question saja. Maklumat semua kat sini. Boleh guna maklumat yang ni. If kamu nak nampak diagram, saya scroll ke atas sikit. Okay. So can you tell what is the area? One mark only. Maybe after this, I will skip to go to the hard question. At least saya boleh bincang satu soalan susah dengan kamu sebelum berakhir. Because it will take time. So siapa boleh bagi tahu tak? What is the area? 26x. Not complete yet. You missed out something, I think. Wow, both of you gave 2 parts of the answer. Both of your answer actually in the full answer, but you must combine both of your answer to get the real answer. Be careful with the question. They say TR is 26, right? 2x squared plus 26. Close, is it plus or minus? Wait, I show you here. I think you got something wrong. Jangan cuai, don't be careless. Some simple question only. TR is 26. This whole thing 26, you know. 2x squared minus 26x. Yeah, I think it's correct. 26x minus 2x squared. I think it's the same thing around there. So just now you have 26 here, right? And they said SR is 2x. So your ST is 26 minus 2x. And you know QS is x. So you times both of these, you get 26x minus 2x squared. Better write like this for Sugan. So that's how you work it out. So can you understand this one? Length times width only, how to find the area. So that's why I get 26. Yeah, very good. So next one, we go to the next question, A2. Okay, hence find the maximum area. Okay, again this perkataan ini muncul, maximum area. So apa andaian kamu? What's the assumption you will do to solve? Very good, Abhishek, equals 0. Okay, so can anyone differentiate this equation for me? Kamu dapat apa? Kalau kamu bezakan persamaan ini, peringkat pertama, what do you get? 26x minus 2x squared. 26 minus, yes, very good, Abhishek. 26 minus 4x. So your x value, you will get 6.5. So what will you do now to find maximum area? Apa kamu akan buat? You have x is 6.5 now. What's your next step to find maximum area? Don't forget you have the equation on top here. This equation. So when you have x value, what will you do? Sub the x. Yes, very good. Same concept like just now. You have the curve equation, then you sub back the x to find your y. Then you can find the coordinate. You assume it like this. Although it's a daily life situation, you treat it like a curve only. So that's the situation we apply here. So this is the step. I zoom out for you. Okay. So just now we found like this, right? Because TS is TR minus SR, we will get 26 minus 2x. So then you have to times x, because QS is x. So length times width, okay? So you will get this one. Make sure expand, don't leave the answer here only. Because later kamu kena bezakan. So lebih senang kalau kamu kembangkan persamaan. Lepas tu pembezaan jadi lebih senang. Okay? So maximum area like this. dA over dx equals 0. So you can find your x value is 6.5. And now you want to find maximum area. Always maximum, remember, equals to 0. That's the keyword. Maximum anything. It can be any quantity. So you gantikan balik 6.5, kamu akan dapat jawapan 84.5. Jangan lupa unit. Unit penting dalam bab ni, cm square. Because area unit cm square. Okay. So now we go question B. B coming more challenging a bit. Okay. So given the rate of change of area of PQST 36 cm square when x is 35, so they want to calculate the length of QS after 3 seconds. Okay, so this one very challenging, I'll say. Okay, so first of all, we analyze the question. Don't worry, So okay, this one. What is the, apa ungkapan untuk menggambarkan nilai ini? What's the expression? Rate of change of area. Can you tell the expression for me? This is how you analyze the question. You must write down all the info you have, then only start untuk selesaikan. Careful, Abhishek, not always we will divide by massa, bukan massa divide something. Usually dx over dt. Area, you know. What symbol we use for area? Don't get confused with this x value here. This one we use later only. Yes, very good. dA over dt. So dA over dt equals 36. You just copy that back. So now you already have that. So now our goal is to find rate of change, right? I mean length of QS after 3 seconds. So can you tell me dA over dt, what is the expression you can give on the right hand side? Equals to what? Can you think of any combination? What times what? Remember you have this equation also. A is 26x minus 2x squared. So you can do something to this also. You already done it before. Apa yang kamu boleh ungkapkan dA over dt? dA over dt equals dA over dx. Very good, Abhishek. Perfect. Accurate. So this is the chain rule yang kamu akan pakai. So dA over dx. Just now you found this already, right? Kamu ada maklumat untuk ni. But this one you don't have the info. dx over dt we want to find now. So simple only. We just gantikan x sama dengan 5 dalam persamaan yang ni kat atas ni. After differentiate. So this is how the step goes like, right? So part B, where is part B? On top here. Okay, so you have this one, right? So this is the chain rule. Just now Abhishek told yang ni. You have to get this idea, then only boleh proceed. Just now dA over dt soalan dah bagi info, so gantikan saja. Then 26 minus 4x, dA over dx, dx over dt we don't know. So just keep it like that. So that's why soalan bagi X sama dengan set 5. Selalu soalan akan bagi info yang complete untuk korang. That's why they don't want to menyusahkan korang. So that's why they give this value for everyone. So that's the use of this value. Jangan neglect nilai macam ni. Kena guna. Okay? So you will get like this. So you find your dx over dt, just press calculator, all this part. 36 over 26 minus 4 sub 5, you will get this answer. Okay, so now you have this answer. So can I ask everyone, is this your final answer? Adakah ini jawapan terakhir korang? Is 2.11 your final answer? Remember the question asking length of QS, huh? So is this your final answer? 2.11 cms negative 1. Very good, Abhishek. Very good. Because length means cm only. So what is the second doing here? So that's how kamu kena tanya diri kamu balik. Macam mana boleh ada second kat cm kat length? Length doesn't have a unit of per second. So apa langkah yang kamu akan teruskan untuk yang ni? How are you going to proceed to find your QS? Now you have dx over dt is this one. This one is not in this chapter. It's related with another chapter, but soalan combine dua bab. So what is this bab now we are going to apply? How are you going to find your QS? QS is X, you know, actually, because soalan dah beritahu ke atas, QS sama dengan XCM. So how can you proceed now? Now you have dx over dt is 2.11. So what's the step you will use? Everyone here learn integration or not? Not sure. I think you all never learn chapter 3 from 5 yet. That's why you don't know. So it's okay. So from here, right, you're actually going to integrate pengameran. This one accidentally masuk in the working lah, because mainly this chapter is differentiation, but they actually combine with integration slightly. So yeah. Already, but not. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Revision lah for you. So you're going to integrate this one with dt. So if I integrate 2.11 dt, can you tell what's the answer? Let's see whether your basic integration good or not. Indefinite integral lah, pengambilan tak tentu, I think. Yeah. So what will you get? Integrate 2.11. Pengambilan ni opposite dari pembezaan. It's the opposite of each other. Say again, what will you get if you integrate 2.11? What's the answer? This is the variable, 2.11 dt. I go out a bit. Maybe this one's too confusing. Too many things over here. This part. This the langkah. What you get when you do this one? If others don't know, you can respond also. Don't know how to do integration, this one. You have the answer, you can share. How to integrate 2.11 dt. Not sure, but it's all right. No worries. I show you. So just now we are integrating 2.11 dt. So t is the variable you are going to integrate into this number 2.11 over here. Yes, very good, Sugan. Halfway already. Don't forget this very important thing. Indefinite integral, what do we always put at the end of the equation? Your answer halfway already. What do we add? Indefinite integral, we always plus something. What do we plus? Plus C. Always this one, a lot of students forget. Even until you go higher level maths, also people still forget this basic. Pengambilan tak tentu selalu kena tambah C. This is the concept of indefinite integral. Because we don't know if the 2.11, when you differentiate back, what is this value over here? It's an x, right? So then when you differentiate this, you don't know what is the x power. That's why we put plus C. Plus C is macam pemala, unknown. You will get a number for it at the end. Okay? So you integrate this one, you get like this. That's how Sugan would like that, 2.11t plus C. So from here, what you're going to do? Now kita kena cari C. Macam dalam Y equals MX plus C kan, that persamaan. Kita perlu ada keserunan Y dan X. So now we don't have X and T. So can anyone tell X and T what's the value you're going to sub based on the question? Yeah, go back to the question for you all to see. This is the question. I delete all these things. So this is the part B. The info can be found in B itself. So what is your T? What is your X value? What will you assume? It's a quite hard question also for you all. Anyone know or not? If don't know, you can tell don't know. What is your T and X value? Actually, this is the key of the solution. Ini perkara paling penting, plus C, don't know go. It's alright, I show you. Okay, so you notice or not over here, you have X equals cert5. T is 3 seconds. 3 seconds. No, this is the question. This one you're going to sub later. You will sub 3 seconds to find your final answer of X. So this one is the key here. X is cert5. You will use X is cert5. So can I ask this? X is cert5. What is the time? Apa masa bila X is cert5 cm? When this X is actually QS, the length of QS. What is the time when QS is cert5 cm? Anyone know or not? It's not 3 seconds. 3 seconds, you will use it later. What is the time when X is cert5 cm? Means at the instant. Anyone know? No, I give a clue. At the instant, QS is cert5 cm. What is the timing? How many seconds? Just give a random guess. Just put, don't worry. Wrong also is okay. Just hentam one number. Yes, very good, Sugan. 0. Correct. No need question mark. Correct. You're right. T is 0. Means at nothing. When we never start to count the value after 3 seconds. Means at that point of time, when T is 0, the QS length is cert5. Which makes sense because in this diagram, they already said QS is X, right? They told you, and X is also equal to cert5. Means we are assuming this at time 0 before we count 3 seconds after 0. So can understand now? Means at that point of time, QS is cert5 before starting to expand the area. Sebelum area tu menjadi besar, the original X value is cert5. So that's why T is 0. So can understand from there, Sugan? And others also. So that's the concept. There a lot might not know how to proceed from there. So yeah, that's the key point also. So when you get this, you can find your C value already. So your C value, you also get cert5 when you solve. Because 2.11 times 0, you get 0. 0 plus C is cert5, you get C is cert5. So you will get this equation. Make sure gantikan balik C sama dengan cert5 in your equation. So now is, okay, so how we are going to find QS now? QS is X, you know. So what you're going to gantikan your T value now? What will you substitute? Very good, Sugan. Now you use your 3. That's why the question say after 3 seconds. So that's why we sub 3. So you will get, you solve and you see, you will get X is 8.57 cm. Leave to 2 decimal place always when they ask length or anything. Okay. So yeah, quite a tough question. Can understand now? Very long question actually. They combine differentiation and integration one question, one shot. Okay, good. Yeah, I saw the like sign. Very good. So where's the marks now? We see, oh, so long. Okay, so when you show this one, this chain rule, you get 1 mark already. And when you can show your substitution over, where is it here? Here you get 1 more mark. And when you get your dx over dt value correct over here, you get 1 mark. And the final mark is your answer. So you see, right, one thing this question expect you to know is all this step over here, right? You don't get mark, actually, from here onwards. All this no mark, only your final answer. So you see, even if you don't know how to do this, let's say you don't know how to proceed with integration, right? You still get already 3 marks in your hand. Can understand that part? Because you just don't get your mark for your final answer down there. You minus 1 mark only. So if you know your differentiation very well, you already score 3 out of 4 here, which is quite good, Adila, for an maths question, right? So yeah, so that's actually based on the marking scheme also lah, can't do much. So yeah, so your final mark is over here when you show your final answer, this one and 1. Okay, so now we go part C pula, the last moderate question of the day. So find the approximate change. Okay, good question coming here. Approximate change, what do we write to show approximate? What's the symbol? Apa simbol kita untuk gambarkan perubahan hampir? You can type in words because the symbol you don't have in your keyboard, I think. Just type the name of it. Yeah, correct, delta. Delta symbol is like this. Approximate. Approximate means like small changes when the value increases or decreases like 0.01, let's say. That's what you call approximate. Okay, so when value of x changes from 2 to 9.8. So can you tell me your delta x, what's the value? They said x value changes 2 to 1.98. What is your delta x? Like this, you can interpret directly. 2 minus, careful, Sugan. Wait. 2, yeah, careful. Decreases, 2 to 1.98. If you do like that, you will get positive 0.02. You must do opposite, 1.98 minus 2. You get negative 0.02. Because it's from bigger value go to smaller value, you must consider negative sign in approximate change, not just positive only. So yeah, can you understand that one? Okay, so dA over dx you already found on top, right? Because approximate change, you're going to apply this formula over here. This formula over here. You seen this formula? dA over dx is equivalent to delta A over delta x. So yeah, this is the formula we use. So just now we have dA over dx is 26 minus 4x, right? So what are you going to sub this x with? Because now you want to find approximate change in area, delta A. So what is your x value you're going to sub now? What's the x value? Is it going to be 2 or 1.98? No, not 1.98. We always take the original value, 2. Because they say it decreases from 2 to 1.98. So you want to know the original value when we sub inside the x here. Because 1.98 is after the approximate change. So before the approximate change, the value is 2. So that's why kita gantikan 2 dulu. So you always think in your mind, sub back the perfect number. Don't substitute the decimal number inside your dA over dx. Okay? So you will get like this. Macam ni. So you get 18 is delta A over negative 0.02. This is your delta A. So this one got 2 marks. So 2 marks is when you can show this one over here, 1 mark. And when you get your final answer correct, 1 mark. Okay. So can understand this one, everyone? So we done the moderate question already. Now we go hard for the last 15 minutes. Good. Okay, so again, I ask the question, is my answer correct over here? Can I see whether anyone can point or not? Is there anything wrong with my answer over here? Can anyone tell me what should I modify to this answer to make it correct? Something to add to the answer. The value is correct already, but what am I missing? Remember, we are talking approximate change in area. Remember that. So what will you add? Anyone got clue? If don't know, you can tell don't know. What do I modify to my answer here? No need to think so long. If don't know, you can say don't know straight away. What's your idea? Don't know, it's alright. Simple thing only. Whenever we talk about area, the unit is cm square. So your answer must have cm square. That's it. So this is a reminder for you all. Don't leave your answer just with the value. Put the unit also in your final. Put wow. Sometimes the hardest things are actually that simple. Don't think so complex. It's just a cm square only. So just reminding you, don't forget this thing. So yeah, that's why I left it out lah, to test you all. Okay. So we done already with this. So anytime in this chapter, remember when they talk about quantity, you must put unit. You must know the unit for each quantity. Kamu kena tahu unit dia. Okay, so now we go hard question. So get yourselves ready mentally. Semua mental kena kuat sekarang. Hard question now. If I mean hard, means hard lah, very hard. Came out in one of the trial paper. I skip for you all this question. Okay, come. Anyone want challenge? Attempt this question. This is the challenge for you all. Okay, so read the question first slowly. Negeri Sembilan paper. So they said it's a round bottom plus science. No, not science. It's add maths. Why suddenly you think science? Oh, you saw round bottom plus, you think science. Hey, yo, no lah. Everything is maths here. Don't think about science. Okay, so it says a radius of 10 cm. Okay, so can you tell me where is the radius? Like, can you tell from where to where? Where is the 10 cm? This question I like a lot because it tests a very important concept that some of you might have forgotten lah. Where's the 10 cm? Can tell like from where to where? Because you cannot draw it, what? Zero to h, yes, good idea. You say like this, means like this, right? Up till the end here. This is the 10. You mean like this, right? Yeah, okay, good. So then they say water is poured into the flask such that the depth from the base is HCM, increases at the rate. Okay, so what does 0.5 represent? Can you tell? What's the expression? Apa ungkapan yang kita gunakan to show 0.5? dt, oh, terbalik. Rate is always bottom over dt, dh over dt. So don't get confused with that part. Okay. So yeah, I think you typoed there. You think too fast already. It's okay. So now we read the question. You done analyze already, right? So we don't have any other info to proceed here, right? So we read the question. The question that most of you always benci in NMATs until I don't know what, showing questions, proving that something is this. So this is the problem. You have the answer there, but you don't know how to get the answer. Kamu tak tahu cara mana nak dapat jawapan tu. You need the concept to show that this is the answer. So yeah, that's why. This question, oh my God, really? The exact question. I scroll down and see, not exact. Oh, but the shape, something like that. I think the teacher modified this question. They changed the value or something, but the concept is the same. Yeah, prove the equation. Yeah, very common in maths. They always ask this. Okay, so now you need to show that the surface area. Okay, surface area, can you tell me where is it? Where is the surface area of the water in this flask? First of all, you must know that. Where is surface area? So you can tell, is it the bottom, the whole rounded flask, or at top, or where? Where you, this thing going? Where's the surface area? That's the first key thing you need to know, or else you cannot proceed with this one. Rounded area. You mean this one? Or you mean the whole thing? The top or the whole water? Hey, yo, this one. Whole water, cannot, wrong. Not whole water. Whole water, you're finding volume. Whenever you calculate the whole water, do you realize it's like a sphere? Sphere is like volume, right? Because it's a 3D shape. Now surface area, remember surface area, we always talk 2D. Area is 2D. So I give second chance. So where is the rounded area of the water? I rub this off. So you can tell where's the rounded area. It's not the whole water. Which part now? Any idea where's the rounded one? If you don't know, you can tell don't know. I'll shade for you. Any idea? Surface area, surface area. It's only one surface, you know, cannot be the whole water. Whole water, you already form a sphere, like the earth. Earth is a sphere, right? That's 3D. Now they want surface only. Permukaan. I think BM is a better word to tell. Permukaan. Where is permukaan? Anyone thought like this? This is the surface. Can picture it or not? It's the top part of the water. When you look at the top view in your water bottle, the surface of the water is the one. Just that surface, not the depth of the water. You only look at the top part of the water. You learn your plan and elevation, right, in maths. Plan means look at the top part only. So that is surface area. So you can understand now. You get confused with the English terms, I think. You thought too much. Surface means the top only, the plan view. When you look like from a bird on top looking down, right? So that is plan. Okay, so now you know already. So what shape is this now? The thing I shade here on top of the water. What shape is it? Because if you know the shape only, you know what formula you're going to use now. What shape is it? Now I'm slowly guiding you to how to prove one by one. This is how you must think. Identify the place. Now you know what is the shape. Identify the shape. Is it square, rectangle, oval, anything? What is the shape? The shape always you learn in maths and at maths. Yeah, correct. Circular measures like that. Circle, correct. That's the answer. Okay, so circle, can you tell me the formula of circle? Area of circle. Now surface area, right? So we need the area of the circle. So some basic formula, can you tell or not? Okay, very good. So can you see already, if you get your pi r square already, can you see the similarity with the answer over here? You see, it has something with pi and it has something in the bracket. So you can expect this is your r. The one inside your bracket, r is 20h minus h square. Can you see that happening already? After you see this, then I'm going to show the most important part. So can you understand up till here? Okay, good. Now I show the important part. Okay, so now the thing is, wait, need to delete this diagram again. Okay, so now you have the radius 10, right? They already told you. Does it mean the radius only fixed in one direction like this 10, which is to the right? If I have a circle like this radius 10, does it mean the radius only go to one side like that 10? Or it can spin around the whole circle? No, right? It means it can spin. Yeah, correct. Means I can say this is 10 also, right? Can you understand? Go down is 10. Okay, can understand? Good. Okay, so now over here. So now we are finding this surface, remember? We are finding this surface. So now I'm going to ask the critical question here. Is the radius on top here 10 or not? Because it's a circle, right? So can I assume that on top here the radius is 10? Sugan say yes. Anyone else? This is the most important part. Or else you cannot prove this already. If you say it's 10, right? I can show you also. If you say the radius is 10, you will get 100 pi, pi 10 square, right? Can you see it's not the same with this? How come the answer is different compared to your answer? So you must ask yourself back, can it be 10 or not? Because you see the answer here is a bit different. It's 20h minus h square. Or else you will get 100 pi over here, which is different. So you can see that or not. So anyone want to say no or not? Is the radius 10 or not on top there? Means on top here, this surface over here. From here to here, is it 10 or not 10? Because that is the radius of the circle now. This is something most students won't see actually, because it's quite hard to imagine this one. So now how are we going to find this radius length? Now we need to know this length. The radius is not 10 cm, I already tell you. So what's the idea we are going to use to find now? Quadratic. Nope, not quadratic, not related. Any idea else? Think of all your chapters you learned in AdMath so far. Because the knowledge has to come from one of the chapters. Go through from your Form 4 chapter up till now, what you have learned. One by one, think which chapter, not quadratic, what else? What can you form? You have to form a shape here on top of the water. It's very critical, this question, very tough actually to find out. Because you can't see it directly, you need to picture it in certain way. If you don't know, you can tell don't know, I can show. You'll get surprised also with the answer. Give up? Anyone still want to try? Can try. Give up. Okay, Abhishek give up already. How about Sugan? Still want to try, yeah? No ideas. Okay, I show. Okay, so I can say from here to here radius 10, right? Do you agree with me? Because like this is 10 and then it's spin also on top a bit 10. Can you agree with that? Okay, good. And I said just now, this one we want to find, right? On top here, because this is the surface area. So can you see something appear here? A triangle. Can you see it? This radius and this hypotenuse, it forms a right angle triangle. That is the clue. So you have to think until like that. Yeah. So now you have 10 here, right? Just now they said 10 is here. So what is this length a bit here on top here? You have this whole thing is h. This small part is 10. So what's this small part on top? What's the expression? How you get h over 2? It's not exactly half. Here is 10, you know. This part over here, 10. This whole thing is h. So this small part over here, I want to know. Maybe I zoom in a bit more. Yeah, terbalik Abhishek, very close already. Terbalik. Delete for you again. I think you couldn't see nicely. Yeah, I show you here. There over here. You want to change your answer? This one is 10. This whole thing is h. So what's the small part over here? Yes, very good. H minus 10. Correct. Now you want to find this. This is your right angle triangle you're going to form. So you want to find this. This is 10. So what is the law we're going to use to find the length of this? You have this, you have this. What comes to your mind? Yes, Pythagoras. This is a key concept that a lot of K-bar question they want to test you. So whenever you see K-bar question like this, right, it should trigger in your mind, suspect. Could they be testing you on this, whether you still remember this one? So you see how they can cause a differentiation question to apply Pythagoras inside here. So that's why they're always reminding you of your basic of triangles. So yeah, I think none of you could think of this. Even I, when I look at this first, without seeing the answer scheme, I also think how to solve this. But actually, it's a Pythagoras only. So quite hard, quite harsh on the students, I'll say. So yeah, but even if you don't know how to do this is your answer to proceed to the next question. So you can gain still 7 marks, even if you don't answer this. So that's why don't skip the whole question if you don't know one part. You still got 7 marks to gain, because they already give you the answer here. So if you don't know, just lose the 3 marks. It's okay. You still got 7 marks instead of getting 0, right? So yeah, this is the concept. This is the advantage when you have showing question. You can skip one, you can go to the other two. So I'll show you how we solve. So 2 more, last one already we can go, and we can end already. Okay, so pi r square. So just now you said Pythagoras. So 10 square minus 10 minus 8 square. So you expand it. Make sure you square the whole thing. So you expand it, you will get like this. This one you can do slowly. You will get the answer. So you see, I can finally get to the answer over here. Wait. See over here, I did show. Because 100 and 100 I can cancel off. And square root and the square root will cut off already. So this is how I show it. So yeah, very tough question actually, I'll say. That's why I put it in the hard section. So you can understand now this concept. Before we go to the last question. Last two sub question. Then can end already. To understand, can say understand the chat box. Okay, good. Semangat, semangat. Last one already. Okay, we read the question. Okay, so find the rate of change of water surface area. Wait, delete this. Okay, can you tell me the expression? Rate of change of water surface area. What's the expression we use? Okay, good, Sugan, very good, correct. Okay, so now we can proceed to the solution already. So B, we have this one we show, right? So you see, that's why I said if you cannot show this also, you just copy back and start with part B already. You just need the info from A, the answer. So you differentiate this, you will get like this. This one I expect you to know, This one differentiation only. So they already gave that the depth is 12, right? So you can actually substitute H is 12. See on top here? So that's why they gave you the value here. This is your H. So you're going to sub H into H equals 12 down here. So you will get like this. You will get negative 4 pi. Can actually simplify this. Okay. So then you have your info on top as well. You said just now, right? dH over dt. Sorry. Just now on top the question they told increases at the rate of 0.5. So you can just put here. And now the chain rule will apply. This one. So you can get 20 pi minus 24 pi times 0.5, and you can leave your answer in pi. You don't need to find the value. So it's negative 2 pi your answer. Okay, so this is B. So understand? Now we go last one, part C. To understand, can comment understand. Understand, okay, good. Last one. So when H is 12, there is a small change. This one also quite rare question. They say small change in terms of percentage. Okay, so they are small change in water surface area. So can you tell me what's the expression? Small change in water surface area. What's the symbol? We just did just now, I think. Yeah, correct. Delta means delta A is what? That's our question now. Find the small change. Okay, so now I need you to understand this concept about percentage. See here, this formula. Because they gave you percent is something, right? So percentage actually means the change in the H value over the original times 100. Just like I say, your mark increases from 40 to 45 in maths. Hope so not lah. I hope your marks are in A or A minus lah, at least, or B also can lah. So what is your percentage here? Can you tell me or not? This is the concept. If your mark increases from 40 to 45, what's the percentage? Apply this formula here. Treat your H like your mark. Last. What's your percentage change? If your marks increases from 40 to 45. Tell me direct the answer. What's your percentage? Don't tell me 5%. 5% is increase in the mark only. Increase by 5 marks, but not 5%. How many percent is it? If you don't know, you can say don't know. I can show you also. (45 over 40). Your just a slight mistake on top there. Not 45. Change in H. Change means what symbol we use to show change. What's the operation we do? 40 and 100 is correct already. Only your top part there, 45. What do we use to show change? What operation? Change is like difference. That's what you must know. Change means increase or decrease. So we use minus to show the difference. So you're going to take 45 minus 40 over 40 times 100. So your percentage is actually 5 over 40 times 100. You can count and see it's 12.5%. So that's your answer. So this is what we are going to apply here. Can understand? This is the formula we are using here. Understand can say understand. Good. Why is Sugan still saying wow? Okay, good. Understand already. Yeah, I agree this question is a bit hard, but yeah, sometimes it can come out also in exam. It's under the choice question. So if you don't know, oh wow, this one. Why you didn't see this exercise before your exam? I sent in the, are you in my group actually? My AdMaths group? I sent this PDF long ago, I think. You should have gone through it. This was the exact question. You no luck like you. I sent the exact thing also, you didn't see. Never mind lah. Still go for midterm. Okay, next one. So you see, they said increase P%, right? And we want to know change in H. Change in H, we always show delta H, means approximate change. Your ORI H, they already told in the question here. You can see over here. When H is 12. See, that's why they gave you here. This is your original H. Okay? And then you times 100. So you can find out your delta H over here in terms of P. Because finally you want to use this formula, right? Like just now Sugan told us what? dA over dH. So this is the formula. So when you find delta H is 3 over 25P, you can substitute it on inside here. So this answer came from the part B. Remember 4 pi and then times 25 over 3P. So you will get an answer like this for your approximate change in area. Don't forget you need a cm square because area. So make sure leave your answer in terms of pi. So yeah, basically that's it. Whew. Can understand? That's it, Adi. Later I'll share the PDF to you. You can go through slowly. Yeah, explain. Oh, sorry. Wait, explain the last part. Which one? Can tell me where? This one. All this. Is it this one? Yes. Okay. So just now I said the change in H is this one, right? P% is the change. The question told you there is a small change in H by P%. So that's why I sub. And then they say the formula is change in H. So change in H, we use delta H to represent it, approximate change. So it's over 12. So 12, the question also told you when H is 12. So that's your OVH, then times 100, follow the formula. So you want to find delta H answer right now in terms of P. So this is how you get your P. Can understand now how the formula works and how you get, okay, good. So now we proceed down. So just now you have this formula, right? dA over dH is delta A over delta H. That's now we learn. And in B, they already ask you rate of change of water surface area. You got this part over here, remember? Negative 4 pi. So you sub inside here. And then you want to find delta A now. This is your question. And then delta H, we already found on top, right? Just now, 25 over 3P. So you just shift here and there, you will get this answer, your algebra. Negative 12 over 25P pi. So you don't need to times 22 over 7 for pi to find the final answer in decimal or what. You can leave it like that. So better now? Good. Yeah. So now I come back to the stop sharing first. Okay, so wait. Google Meet. Stop share. Okay, so how was the session? So tired. Give some feedback. I hope it was easy to understand. Wow, fun. You attempt hard question also fun. Wow, not bad. How about the rest? Abhishek, Leah still there. So many left already, but you're all the strong warriors that stay until the end. Understand, good, not bad. So, wow, thank you, Leah.